So you put all three of those verses together, and that's how the church shows to the world the Trinity, the most beautiful relationship in history. The importance of the Trinity is almost impossible to overstate. If God was ever one, He would not need relationships. That is the problem of all other monotheistic religions in the world. If God was ever one, He does not need relationships. The true and living God has always been a relationship. He cannot live without relationship. He cannot interact with people without relationship. This is the great trait of the Trinity. And we, the church, we're the ones. We are the ones who to show the world what the Trinity is like. One body, one Spirit, one hope, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, above all, through all, and in all. About 20-something years ago, my Sunday school teacher, Chad Colley in Fort Smith, said something in a Sunday school class on Ephesians 4:6 that has stayed with me all these years. If our God is Father of us all, above us all, through us all, and in us all, then we need to let Him be our all. That has stayed with me all through the years. If He is all of those things, then He deserves all that we have. Last night, late in the night, as I was studying, being deeply moved by this, I was reminded again of what I've told you before. If I live to be 70, let's say I live to preach, I said I hope to make it to 80 or 85, but let's say my 70 years. If I were to give God every minute of every hour, of every day, of every week, of every month, of every year for the rest of my life, I have only 6 years to give Him. As I was lost in wonder and praise last night, I thought, that's piddling. That's nothing. 6 years like that would be gone. But there are some of you in this building who are in your 40s, some in your 20s, and there are children in this room and there are teenagers in this room. I baptized one this morning, 14 years old. Do you understand what you have to give Him? The one who is God of all deserves your all for all of your life. I asked Blake that this morning up in the baptistry before we came. I said, Blake, you're going to give Him all your life? Because this was hot on my heart. He said, yes, yes. There's some of you can give Him 50 years. Some of you can give Him 60 years. He's worthy of every minute of every day. Every second, every step, every detail, every thought. He deserves to be worshiped. He deserves to be shown off to the world by His church, by the unity that they have with one another.